All right, so we were just teasing it, Doug. You believe that CEO Mark Zuckerberg, she should take a good size of the credit when it comes to this record run. I mean, I think a lot of CEOs like to take credit when their stock runs. But in particular, why do you think Zuckerberg should take a lot of credit for this run?
I think if you put it all together, Zuckerberg might be the strongest CEO of the Mag 7. And I know that that might be a controversial statement that might say a lot when your competition is Jensen Huang and Elon Musk. But you look at what Zuckerberg has, right? He's young. He's only 40 years old. He's going to be at the helm for a while now. He's been very decisive. I think that they've made changes in terms of how they've pushed urgency at the company. And then on top of all that, he's only focused on one company, unlike Elon Musk, who is doing so many things and many of them quite well. But Mark Zuckerberg's focused on just Meta. I think you put all those things together, it's great for the company. And I think you have to think about the multiple, right? When you have a young CEO who will be around and I think innovate for years on end, it's good for duration for the business and it should be good for the multiple.
All right. We often talk about tech and the new administration. Do you think the fact that he seems to have adjusted the company policies and also created a relationship with Trump where before they had a bit of an adversarial relationship? I should say a positive relationship with Trump where before they had an adversarial one. Is that also in your mind playing a part in what we're seeing when the stock run?
I do think that that helps. You know, he's sort of almost rebranded entirely from where Meta was just 4 years ago. And so I think when you think about the Mag 7, regulatory overhang has always been a question for almost all of these businesses. There's investigations in many cases. And I think what Mark Zuckerberg has done, probably more than most of the other companies so far, is he has, to your point, Frank, made his relationship with the new president, I think, much more friendly, let's say, at least at this point. And it doesn't mean there's no overhang regulatory at this point, but I think that it's much less than it was even under the prior Biden administration.
What about this latest report about Meta looking to get into robots, really coming through its Reality Labs division that's kind of faced a lot of scrutiny just for excessive CapEx spending in the minds of many investors? What do you make of this development? We got to just put it in perspective for people that don't realize, but Meta's really an advertising company. The idea of moving into robots, is that a good idea in your mind when the stock seems to be running very well and what you're saying is a real focus by the CEO and it seems that you be advocating for the real focus of the company?
I think it's good because it's optionality. And you look at, again, I'll broaden it out to the Mag 7. All of these companies, they're so big in terms of scale, hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue in many cases, and they need to find other avenues where they can continue this massive growth that they have. And so I think for Meta, when you think about Reality Labs, when you think about potentially things related to robotics, I think that is an area where, you know, maybe they can, from an AI perspective, play and open up a new avenue of business. If you look at Reality Labs, you think about the Ray-Ban glasses that they've put out, they've been relatively successful. I mean, they're still small in terms of impact to the overall business. But when you think about augmented reality wearables, which we've been talking about for years and years, I think Meta is really the first company who's made them a practical reality where somebody could wear these glasses, feel good about it, and get a little bit of, you know, AI augmentation in their world. So I think that innovation is good for Meta. It's good for the company. And again, I go back to the multiple. Optionality is good for the multiple.